Your muscles do not care about the numbers. They do not care about the numbers. They only care about the amount of exertion you are pushing out. It only cares the fact that you have done the same amount of reps with the same amount of exertion of the last time you did that exercise. It doesn't make sense to me that people don't understand that.
What is up, gym rats? How's it going? It's a Sunday morning and I'm hitting the gym. Don't know what sort of planet I'm on today, but I did miss my chest and shoulders session again because I pushed the sessions back. I can't remember what day I missed last week. I think it was Thursday or Wednesday, so I had to push my sessions back. But no issue. It is a lovely summer's day today, so no better of a day to hit the gym. So let's go hit my chest and shoulders session.
Right, getting into it super quick. I am going to quickly warm up my rotator cuffs. As always, you know what I said last chest and tricep session? I'm not going to show you it because I've shown you it basically every chest session since I've started the YouTube channel. So if you really need to see it, go back to another previous chest video and you'll see me warming them up there if you need to know how to warm up your rotator cuffs. But yeah, I'll skip through it and then we'll start with the workout. Right, so I've warmed up my rotator cuff, and the last chest session I did, which was 2 sessions ago, I warmed up my chest by doing really light standing cable flies. But then I thought, well, why don't I just warm up my chest with the specific exercise I'm about to do? So that's what we're going to do today. This is going to start off with a seated cable fly with an upright bench, and I will do 1 warm-up set and then 2 working sets. Just makes more sense, I think. So let's do the warm-up set quick. That is definitely warmed up. Really getting a good stretch in my warm-ups recently, so that is helping a lot. I don't know why I just did that because I was about to burp, but anyway. Let's do that working set now. I'll only actually be upping it by like 2 kg. Or sorry, not 2 kg, 2 pins. So I'm dropping it from 10.2 to 14.7. Right, so going from the warm-up to the working weight is literally 2 pins. I'm going from 10.2 to 14.7. I usually say a warm-up weight should be about 50% of your working weight, but I clearly just did a little bit too high of a warm-up, but that really didn't feel like it was too high. So going based on that, I imagine 50 to 70% of your working weight is decent for a warm-up. Obviously you have a higher risk of injuring yourself the higher the weight is on your first set. I mean, that's the whole reason you don't go into a set immediately at your working weight, because you'll probably injure yourself, but you're at least more likely to. So the higher your warm-up weight is, the more likely you are to injure yourself, especially to do with like joint tissue and connective tissue, so like tendons and stuff. So that's definitely something to consider. But anyway, let's do the first working set. As always, when you're setting up this exercise, put the weight into your shoulders, walk round, and then you can come sit down. Okay, I think that was 8, which is like just, actually no, that isn't just within my working rep range. That is a good rep to be at. So I know the last time I did this exercise was a few weeks ago with Chris, and I think my working weight was the same weight, but I could get more reps. I think I was closer to 12, may have been 10, but I could get more reps because the eccentric was nowhere near as controlled as that set was. So you really shouldn't be upping the weight unless you can control the weight, like I just did there. Like if you went back to the session I did with Chris, I probably would have said next session I'll up it. But it was a good job I didn't, because I wasn't controlling the weight at all. Well, not at all, but like nowhere near as much as I am in this session. So it's a good job I tried it again at this weight. Let's have a good rest. I can feel the pump coming in already. And then we'll move on. Let's do this last set on this exercise. Although I'm enjoying it. The pump's very nice on it, so. That was 10. So one more actually than the last set. So I'm happy with that. Content is the better word, I think. But that was 10, so I'm relatively content with that amount of reps. Let's move on to the next exercise. Right, next exercise, there's gonna be the dumbbell bench on a flat bench. I haven't actually done incline dumbbells in so long. I'm enjoying flat dumbbell bench, to be honest, so I don't see any reason to change it. But I'm gonna work up the 36s again and see how they move. I got like, I think a record reps of 10 last session, so we'll see if I can get 10 again. I should be able to. Got the Eleiko wrist straps again. I don't think I'm ever gonna move off of these. I mean, one, they've stayed this, what's the word? They've stood the test of time, basically. I've had these for a year and they barely even look like they've been used. So that's always a good sign. But let's do this set. I think that was 10. It might have even been 11. I think I lost count partway through. But either way, it was at least 10. So I got the same amount of reps, if not more, than last session. So I'm very happy with that. Super, super happy. I tend to like, if I have a bad session or something, the reps just drop like mad. So the fact that they've actually stayed the same or even got more when the last session I did was a couple of days ago is nuts. So I'm very happy with that. I need some hydration and some rest. All right, let's do this last set. And I reckon 10 is on the cards again because I've had a good rest. I think it was like 4 or 5 minutes, which is nice. And I don't see why I couldn't get 10. Yeah, I double checked the last clip and it was 10 reps, so I didn't miscount. I just thought I did. So let's go for 10 again. That was 9. That's disappointing. Very. Well, no, not very. It's just a little bit disappointing because I really thought I was going to get 10. But hey ho. What can you do? So we'll move on to the last chest exercise, which will be another cable exercise. I believe a cable press. So let's crack on with that. Right, like I said, last chest exercise is a cable upright press. Basically a combination of the last 2 exercises I've done. Press from the dumbbells, cable fly from the cable flies, and then combine the 2, I suppose. Best of both worlds. So let's crack on with this exercise. I've put it on 21.6 and I should easily get into the double figures, but you never know. Shit happens, so we'll see how it goes. All right, that was 14. Definitely need it heavier. 23.8. I just wanted to say one mistake that so many people make when they're upping the weight on an exercise. Let's take that for example. A lot of people would then up the weight and go straight into the next set and then think, oh, fuck, why can't I get even 6 reps on that? It's because you've just done a set. Give yourself a rest like you would normally and then do the next set with the higher weight. Obviously, you're not going to get nearly enough reps if you go straight into it. You're essentially drop setting, but the other way. You're upping the weight straight after instead. Normally on a drop set, you would drop the weight and go straight into it. And even then, it's harder. So don't do that. Just give yourself a rest. See the increased weight as another different set, and then do that after. So I'm gonna potentially do 2 more sets of this actually. So obviously that first set was more like a warm up, even though I'm fully warmed up already. So yeah, we'll do 2 sets. But the chest pump is nice today. Oh yeah. Let me show you the chest pump. Just hope you can see it. Hope you can see it. It'd be awkward if you couldn't. But yeah, let's do the next set now. Got 8 reps and went for a 9th, so makes sense, I suppose. It did feel a little bit odd. The reps just felt a little bit, I don't know what the word is, just felt a bit weird, but I'm gonna have a little rest first and then we'll do the final set of the chest. Right, final set. Gonna pump a good few reps out of this one. Right, that is chest done. Let's move on to some shoulder work. The first exercise for shoulders, it's going to be the cuffed cable lateral raise. That's a bit of a mouthful. So, gonna whack it on. Actually, no, I remember what we did last session. Didn't put the pin in. We put the gym pin in instead, and then that made it like a little bit heavier. So it's actually now 11 kilos because it's 10.2 on the stack. And then because the gym pin's 0.8, it makes it 11. So that is like the perfect weight for this exercise so far. and we will go now. Nice. Whew, that was a good set. And now, let's do the next one. Really trying to keep it controlled, but it's hard when you get to the sort of the later reps. Oh, that was nice though. I enjoyed both of them sets, and I think that's a good weight. I actually dropped it, so I tried a couple reps on 10.2 plus the gym pin, and it was too heavy. So I dropped it to 7.9 plus the gym pin. That makes it 8.7 kilos, which is fine, I suppose. I mean, I don't really care about the numbers. And something like really obvious, but people don't think about it. Your muscles, don't know why I'm pointing at that, your muscles do not care about the numbers. They do not care about the numbers. They only care about the amount of exertion you are pushing out. So, if 1 week you're doing 10.2 kilos and that's like, yeah, that's a 10, I can't do any more reps after I've hit 10 reps of 10 kilos. If you come to the next session and then you can only do 10 reps of 8 kilos, your muscle doesn't care about the number. It only cares the fact that you have done the same amount of reps. If you're able to do more, but with the same amount of exertion of the last time you did that exercise. It doesn't make sense to me that people don't understand that. So really consider that. Really, really consider that. Obviously, if the weight is consistently dropping every session, that's not ideal. But like this session, I've had to drop the pin by 1, but the exertion is still the same. So like, don't get so worked up about dropping the weight every once in a while if you need to, as long as you're putting out the same amount of effort as the previous session. And that's why progressive overload actually works, because generally, if you're pushing yourself to a 10 out of 10, and that is 12 reps, you can't do any more after 12, it's about time you up the weight. But then if 8 reps is your 10 out of 10 on the next weight, your muscles don't care. They do not care. They just care that you've put the same amount of exertion in or more, and the weight is higher. That's it. So let's do the next set of this, and then we'll do another shoulder exercise that has yet to be decided. it's time to up the weight on that one. So, because at the minute it is on 8.7, that's including the gym pin and the cable stack. If I put in a 1.25 kilo weight, that will put it up to 9.9 something. Or alternatively, I can put a mini pin in as well as the gym pin, and that only adds an extra 0.5 kilos. So that will make it, what would it be? 9.2. I think that's the better option. So I think we'll do that the next time we do this exercise. I'll have to write that down, otherwise I'll forget it. Let's move on to do some dumbbell lateral raises. All right, like I said, moving on to some dumbbell lateral raises. These are like such a staple for shoulder training. So if you don't do them, you're silly. Same with cable lateral raises. They are both just staples, so it'd be stupid to not do them. Right, well that was 14 reps. So, don't quite know how I feel about that. Because it was probably too light. But then again, could I up it to 18? Well, fuck it, let's try it. No harm in trying. Right, well as I walked over to get the 18s, they were stolen. How dare he. But we'll try the 20s. It'll be lower reps, but worth giving them a try, I suppose. That was 12, but 12 shit reps. So let's do the next exercise. Very last exercise. Might be thinking, oh, you haven't trained front delts yet. Oh no, shut up. I usually do the overhead press because I'm still in recovery for my AC joint. I am doing just the rope front raises. You can do it with a plate, dumbbell, fuck, what else? Easy bar, I suppose. But I like it on here. Super light, like super light. Maybe not that light. Or that light. So I said it'd be super light. It's actually on 23 kilos, which for the other machine would be, what's that, like 11 something? Yeah, 11 something. Because this is like got a double pulley system on it. So it essentially halves the weight, kind of. It's not as easy as that, but yeah, that's what it is basically. So that is super light. The fact that I can pull it down just by holding the cable sort of shows it's not that heavy. But regardless, it's 23 kg. So let's do a couple sets of these, or two, or however many I feel like. Alright, that was like 8 decent reps and then a couple just like long length partials. If you noticed, I stepped forward part way through the set, and that's because there wasn't much of a stretch when I was standing back here because the cable would stop there. when I stepped forward, my hands almost came in between my legs, like all the way. So that's ideal, basically. That is what you want. It's applying the same principle as the having the cable a bit higher when you do the lateral raises on the cable. Same principle, step forward, get more of a stretch on your shoulder, or at least the front delt head. Oh, okay, let's do this last set and then we'll check out the pump because it feels great. Right, that's that session done. Let's check out the pump. All right, this is the one part of the session that I do not enjoy, because when I'm looking at the posing, or look at the pump at least, people think I'm being very egotistical. I'm not. I just want to check out the pump, man. So luckily it's not a long pump check, so it's just chest and shoulders. But regardless, if I'm stood here posing in front of everyone, mate's not like a bit of a douchebag, so we're gonna make this short and sweet. Let's do chest first. Nice. And we'll do a little delt check. And the best way to check your delts is to do a rear double bicep. Sounds counterintuitive, but it is. So let's do that. Oh, thank God for that. That is done. That is today's session done. Hope you all enjoyed it. I love that one. A chest and shoulder session is always one of my favourite. It's short and sweet. The pump's great. You don't lose the pump because you've only got 2 muscles to do. And it's wrapped up nice and quickly. So that was a proper fun one. Thanks a lot for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're new and you like the style of content. Also, turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a banger. I post every 3 days at the minute, which is, in my opinion, I think that's quite good. So you'll have a video to watch every 3 days. And if you want to save them up and then watch them all on the weekend, you've got like an hour and a half worth of videos to watch, which is fantastic in my opinion. So also, if you liked this specific video, click the like button. It tells me you enjoyed it. If you didn't like it, hit a thumbs down button. And I know what people like to watch and what people don't like to watch. And then I'll start to cater my videos to what people actually like watching. Anyway, that's all from me. And I'll catch you in the next video for an arms and shoulders day. Peace.